Renault has reduced boot capacity so it's now a little less than an Astra Sports Tourer and significantly worse than a long-roof Octavia. That's not to say it isn't practical. There are nice touches like handles to fold the rear seats in the boot, an adjustable load floor and the usual array of optional cargo restraints to make securing a variety of loads easy. It's also good to see no step up from the boot floor to the rear seats when they're folded, all the better to load up on flat-pack furniture. Rear seat space isn't bad assuming you're not too tall. Leg room isn't bad at all for the class, but headroom is limited by that lowered roofline. As for the front, there's ample room and the seats are nice and comfy. Although we liked the return of velour, the faux leather felt very plasticky. Our test car came with Renault's 8.7-in portrait-orientated touchscreen infotainment system. It certainly has plenty of functionality, but we found the menus to be more confusing than they needed to be, with many icons that were too small to hit accurately. On the road, the Megane's suspension setup seems totally at odds with the sport bit of its name. The springs feel soft, and on smooth but undulating surfaces, this means a relaxed feel that makes the pronounced body roll acceptable. Of course, the UK isn't known for its high-quality road network. Once on a roughly surfaced road, things quickly fall apart. Even on relatively small 17-in wheels, the suspension just can't cope with sudden shocks. At best, you hear the suspension thumping over the obstacle, but most of the time you'll feel it as well, shattering any calm there may have been. It's no fun either. The steering is too light in comfort and neutral modes, although, to be fair, the weighting isn't bad in sport mode. The trouble is that even with the nose plowing on, that weighting doesn't change. There is literally no feedback at all. You'd best get used to understeer, too. Non-switchable stability control is quick to get involved and as subtle as a kick in the trousers. If there's fun to be had, we didn't find it. As for the engine, it's no ball of fire, but it isn't hard to achieve more than 50 miles per gallon if you drive very carefully. It's also impressively refined for a small 4-pot diesel. If style sells to you, then you might be tempted by the Megane Sport Tourer. It looks distinctive and as a 1.5 DC has the benefit of a refined diesel engine that is capable of excellent economy and has carbon emissions of under 100 grams/km. That's very tempting for a business user. Still, we wouldn't recommend you buy one before its more rounded estate rivals. An Octavia is available for similar money, will depreciate less, is better to drive and far more spacious. Yes, the new nose is stylistically challenged, but it's a far better car.